Have a good weekend. Have a good weekend. I don't miss that. I don't miss that. When people used to say that to me. Hey, you have a good weekend. No, I won't. I'm working. Okay, I work this weekend. Oh. Oh, you work this weekend? The entire weekend? Yeah. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Oh. I don't miss that part. Every day's a weekend now. I like that. I hated hearing that. Or enjoy your weekend. Enjoy my weekend. No. No, I'm working. I'm working this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday night shifts. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That really sucked. And then the next week it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It felt like all you did was work weekends. Hey, Clint, you have yourself a good weekend. No. I do now. I get every weekend off. You guys got so much to look forward to when you retire, believe me. Believe me. Or how was your weekend? How about that one? Hey, how was your weekend? Well, it was a big bag of dicks. That's how it was. I got spat on. Kicked in the pee-pee. Boss wrote me up because I was rude to a victim services worker. Had to arrest a drunk mom, and seize her baby. Yeah, it was a great weekend. Did you have a good weekend? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was great. And that happened, by the way. Had to seize the baby and the baby bottle. I don't know if I should tell this. First of all, I need to warm up. I need to get some energy here. I was just thinking out there. Remember when people used to say, have a good weekend? No. Or did you have a good weekend? Or did you enjoy your weekend? No. Go to a call. This mom is, and don't tell me that, well, she's doing the best she can. No, she's not. Okay, I hated hearing that part too. She's not doing the best she can. Okay, she's doing a terrible job. Drunk as fuck. Has a 3-month-old baby upstairs crawling around in the closet. And hey guys, if you ever want to get MCF to your calls quickly, I called up at MCF, and they're humming and hawing. I don't know if we're going to come out, and maybe I'm not going to bring the baby back to the detachment. Okay, I'm not going to do that. And so I'm encouraging MCF. This is how you get MCF out. Hi, MCF. Yeah. Oh, you're thinking about not coming? Well, the baby's going to die. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby's going to die. If you don't come out tonight, baby's dead. 7 minutes they'll be out there. So I arrest this girl. And she's like a girl. Why am I getting upset? I've been reviewing my videos. Don't get so upset, Clint. I'll try to act nicer. I'll try to. So I throw her in the back of the car. I placed her in the rear seat of the patrol vehicle, okay? And took her back to cells. And she gets out of the car. And I didn't fully search her, okay? And she's drunk as fuck. And she's holding on to a baby bottle. She's got the baby's bottle in her hand. And she's like, "Where's my baby? I need to feed my baby." And I'm like, this is sick. And she's got milky tits. You can see them. They look like two aggressive pimples oozing softly. It was just, oh man. I need my baby. I need to feed my baby. My baby needs her bubba. I know this is ridiculous, but it happened. something that I can't get out of my head. It wasn't traumatic or anything like that, but it was gross. Where's my baby? Your baby's actually safe. Your baby's actually in a safe home for once. How about that? Guys, you need to know something. I'm going to say stupid shit all the time, okay? I'm going to say stupid shit all the time. I just am. I'm new to this, as you can see. What's this? I got bare walls, bamboo, really junk on my desk. My wife woke up this morning and she's like, can I say something? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Sal. She always says so. Sal, I was just wondering, your thumbnails, your YouTube thumbnails, You think I should do a better job with the thumbnails? Yeah, I do. Just saying so, they don't look so good. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll spend more time on the thumbnails. It's just block letters, you know what I mean? The letters are all block-like. Yeah, I know. I'll download some new software. Anyways, my point is I'm going to say stupid shit. I'm going to say embarrassing stuff. I have. I really have. I posted after I make some videos. I know they're terrible. Like I posted, what was that? RCMP leave canceled, and I didn't even really mention anything about RCMP leave. It was just gibberish, me trying out a new microphone. And by the way, RCMP leave. And why is it canceled? I want to know why RCMP leave is canceled, because the commissioner went on to say that there's only 17 members, frontline members, that got COVID. This is a little dated, but this is when she canceled leave. Why would you cancel leave if you only have 17 members that have COVID? Why would you do that? And why would you do that to them right now when things are so shitty, where everybody hates police, mostly RCMP? They don't really, okay? We all know they don't really. But the media wants everybody to hate members. Trudeau wants everybody to hate members. The commissioner wants you guys to know that you're racist. Okay, you're racist. So why? Why? What was her reasoning? I mean, I'm not a cop anymore. I really like to hear it. Summer is the best time of the year. Our winters are so long. Well, I'm just not going to cancel it. No leave. Maybe it's lifted. I would think it's lifted by now, but holy fuck. That's drastic. Anyways, I made that video. Wasn't too proud of it. And then I made another one. It was called RCMP Lifer. Oh, don't watch it. Don't watch it. I remember making the video and right after going, I'm not going to post that. That's stupid. Like, I really put myself out there. Tried to be funny. It wasn't funny. It was embarrassing. I was scared to post it. And then I thought, scared to post it? You're scared to post it? Maybe that's when you should be posting it. When you're scared. Or don't be scared. I know I'm not making sense. But I said piss on it and I posted it. Because why am I doing this then? What's the point of doing this? If you're scared, CTV and Global, they're scared. That's why they talk how they talk and they don't laugh, or when they do laugh, it's fake. It's fake laughing. Everything's fake. This is not what podcasts are supposed to be about. You know, you're not supposed to be wearing a suit and a tie, acting professional. You're supposed to be drinking a beer and just saying whatever you want to say. And who cares who you offend, I think. And who cares what you say? And I'm talking about, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I guess my point is, I guess I'm sticking up for myself for posting shitty stuff, embarrassing stuff. But what are we doing here, right? I gotta post it. I can't be scared. I can't be scared posting this stuff, or there's no point doing this. There's no point doing it. Why am I here? I'm here to say stuff. I'm going to say stuff that's what I want to do. I want to say stuff that you guys can't say. That's what I want to do. It's not going to come out right all the time. It mostly is. It's going to come out wrong sometimes. It's going to come out foolish and silly. I'm going to look like a dick. Anyway, so don't watch those 2 videos. Okay? Just don't. Sorry, guys. My batteries died again. My batteries in my recorder keep on dying. Jesus. It's no wonder. I asked the wife, I said, can you pick up some batteries for me? I'm thinking Duracell or Energizer, right? Sunbeam from the dollar store. You see what I'm up against? Like, come on. Heavy duty, my ass. Ideal for low drain devices, yeah. No shit. Trinkle. Anyways. As I was saying, I say stupid shit. And let's talk about diary dates, RCMP diary dates, okay? Because that's always a good time. Diary dates. Hated diary dates. I hated dealing with diary dates. I hated everything there is to know about diary dates. There's a point to my story, and I want you to hear the end of it. What's a diary date? I know you already know. But I didn't. Okay? I start my first day ever. First day being a cop. I was very proud of myself. I felt like a superhero. Honest to God, I felt like a superhero. Because we're basically dressed the closest to superheroes, right? As you can be. And it felt cool. I felt cool walking into the gas station, grocery store. I don't know why I was in the grocery store. But I just felt cool being out in public. Used to drive around with my window down looking cool. I thought I was pretty cool. It felt good. It feels good being a cop. That's why it's so hard to give up that badge. First day, I go into briefing, and I see Kevin Flood. He's on my watch and looks at me and just gives me a look, and I see him. He goes, Pff. I'm like, what the? Pff. I'm thinking, holy shit. I know what he was thinking. Oh, fuck. Because for Kevin, he wanted somebody bigger on the watch. He liked a bigger cop. We ended up being good friends. I ended up buying his house. But, at first it was, I mean, I looked 90 pounds. I looked like I was 90 pounds. And that's with all my gear on. And, and then Darren Lagan's on my watch. And I had finished dating Darren Lagan's sister like a year before. And I wasn't a cop. And Darren was. And I remember his sister saying Darren's in Duncan. And when I was in depot and I found out I got Duncan, I right away, sure as shit, Darren's on my watch. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes. And he looked like his sister. It was weird. Good guy, though. And then, you see, I remember it like yesterday. And then, my watch commander. Right off the bat. I hope you're a quick learner. That's what she said. I hope you learn fast. Really busy place, I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. So I take off. We take off on the road. Me and the trainer, we take the first 10 files. I go to a crazy lady who's throwing a rock. She just lost her mind. We had to arrest her. We go to a guy that he ended up dying. He bled to death in his bathtub. We broke his fingers and took his fingerprint. And it was a really busy day. And at the end of the day, what my trainer does, what all trainers do, they put every single file into your name. Every single one. It doesn't say Gail. It says Jaws. Okay? And I have like 10 SUI files still under investigation. And yeah. By the end of the block, I'd say I'd had 20 files in my name. They're SUI. This is where the diary date comes in. When you get a file in your name that you don't conclude that day, the watch commander gives you a diary date. Sometimes it's 7 days, sometimes it's 10, sometimes 15, 20, 25, 30. Good bosses will give you a couple of months. And it goes in a queue. It's green. Used to be green. And if it goes overdue, if you go past your 10 days, whatever term they give you, it goes red. And during that time, you have to do so much work on this file And then you ask the watch commander for an extension. Look, I've done all my checks. I've done my checks. I'm still working on it. I'm really busy. Can I please have another extension? Please, please. Without any hassle. Can I please? And they usually give you another diary date extension on your file. That's a diary date. I go off on my days off. I go back to work. We take a whack load of files. I guess because I'm learning. I take on about 20 more files. I now have 30 files in my cabinet that all need work on. And they all got, so I got 30 diary dates now. I got 30 diary dates. I hated my first year and a half. It was hard to keep my head above the water. Sometimes I was running with 40 files. It was actually insane. And it was hard to keep my head above the water. First year and a half, I just hated it. I hated it. So, guess what happened? I go into work one day, and all my diary dates, this is so fucking boring, but hear me out. All my diary dates went overdue, okay? They're all red in our queue, alert, alert, alert. The inspector of the detachment, I don't know, I can't remember his name, but went up to my watch commander and said, we got a problem here. Jaws's diary dates they're all overdue. And my watch commander comes up to me and my trainer, and she's really pissed. And she's like, we can't have that. What are we going to do about this? They're all overdue. He needs to sit down. He needs to ask for extensions. You think she could have fucking warned me or something, right? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess I made a mistake. Those damn diary dates. You know, I should have asked for extensions. Truth is, I didn't know what the fuck a diary date was. Nobody told me what a diary date was. I didn't know a file had a fucking diary date. How would I know that if my trainer doesn't tell me? When I was in depot, I was given 2 weeks to work on a found bike file. I didn't know, like, shit expired. She never got over the fact that the diary days in my first month of service were overdue. So now I know, okay? Now I know, I've learned. Diary dates are important. You got to extend them. You can't let them get read. I know this. I got 30 files, sometimes 40, and I'd come into work. Usually I was working on my day off, but I'd come into work and I'd think, okay, I got to start working on these investigations here. I got to get rid of some of these investigations. I got to get my diary. I can't ask for an extension on a diary date when I haven't done anything on the file, right? That's what my thinking was. And so you start your shift. You got 30 files, but you got to take more calls. And it gets busy. Duncan was busy. There was 40 files a shift to 45, sometimes 50, with 4 or 5 members. She did fuck all. The watch commander did fuck all. Sometimes it was 3. Me and another constable once worked. That's how insane our watch was back then. But anyways, so I tried to get these diary dates in, and fuck. Gets busy at the end of at the end of the block. You haven't worked on anything. You haven't worked on those 30 files. Now you got more files in. You go home. You come back after days off. Guess what happens? Your diary dates are overdue. Holy shit. It's the end of the fucking world, right? I hated my first year and a half. I think a lot of members hate their first year and a half of being a cop. You just have to get past that first year and a half. And I didn't have the best fucking boss in the entire world. I'm not going to say her name. She came from ident, okay? She was an ident member, and bam, all of a sudden one day is a corporal watch commander. She should have never taken that job. She should have never taken it. She should have never got hired for that job. She had no clue what was going on. I mean, this is no secret. And she wasn't all that great. Why would she allow my diary dates to go overdue? Why would she allow me to have 40 files or 30 files? or even 20. Why? Like, can't you protect your members? I remember starting my shift once. We always had to start 15 minutes early. If we started at 6, briefing was at 5:45. I'm taking a shit in the guard room. By the way, that's the best way if you guys need to shit more in the guard room, okay? It's the cleanest place out of the entire, nobody uses that toilet. And I used to go in there with some Lysol and spray the toilet. I had stomach problems that morning. And I'm afraid that my watch commander is going to get angry at me because I'm missing briefing. So I tell the Maury, his name's not Maury, but I forget his name, the guard. I said, hey man, can you go over the radio and say I'm just tied up in the guard room? So I start briefing. So I start briefing a little bit later, and I walk into briefing, and she's like, briefing starts. Clint, I'm tired of babysitting you here. And I'm like, hey, I was taking a shit, okay? Got some stomach problems this morning. I was taking a shit. Doesn't matter. I don't care. So there was a big dislike. And I don't know why you guys don't really give a shit, but I don't even know why I'm talking about this. But what really got to me one day, okay, there was a lot of problems. I'm not going to get into it. But I didn't know what to do. I want to confront her. I want to talk to her because that's what you're supposed to do, right? I don't want to go over her head because that's not the right thing to do. I want it directly because I'm a cop, and that's what you do. But I needed some advice about it. So I went over to another corporal's house one day. We had a beer, and I think his name was Mike. And I'm like, Mike, what do I do here? I got this thing going on with her, and life sucks. And he goes, Clint, you'll never win. A constable will never win with a corporal. Well, that's not the case anymore now, is it? I wasn't looking to win. He goes, you need to sit down, and you need to tell her exactly what you told me. I'm like, fuck, it's not going to be good. But yeah, I have to. So I go to work the next block, and I don't have it in my head that I'm even going to do this yet. A month ago, I had asked for New Year's Day off. It was the day after New Year's Day. We're allowed 2 people away. Nobody else requested it. So I requested it. Nobody else wanted it off. And she goes, yeah, I'll get to it. I'll put it on the schedule. So a month later, I go into, we're having a briefing. And Ben, his name's not Ben, but I'm not going to say his real name, starts talking about how he has the whole block off that block. And I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on here? I asked for that off. Remember, Watch Commander? Remember I asked for that off? She goes, oh, yeah, well, I gave it to Ben instead. And then Ben says, well, if I would have known that you wanted it off, I wouldn't have taken it. Well, then give it to me, dummy. Like, so now I'm pissed. Briefing's over. I go into her office and I shut the door. And I bring my coffee mug. And to this day, I still can't believe I said what I said. I'm like, I got to tell you the truth. I'm not happy. And I'm not happy with your performance. Okay? She shit herself. She did one of these. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget. You talk to me that way? That's what she was thinking. I know that's what she was thinking. Now she has to attack me, right? I got a problem with your performance. Here we go. Your overdue diary dates. That was like 1.5 years ago. You know, when that inspector, that's pretty bad, Clint, when the inspector has to, when I'm alerted by the inspector of the detachment that your diary dates are overdue. And I said, that's it. I've had enough. I don't want to hear one more thing about my overdue diary dates. This is what happened. I had a trainer that told me nothing about diary dates. I didn't even know what the fuck a diary date was. So stop talking about my overdue diary dates. Like it's kind of a big moment. I really let her have it. Then she wants to attack me. And she's like, and another thing about your performance, your basket. We have a basket where people put shit in the basket. Like the ladies around the office will put stuff in your basket. Every member has one. And my basket was always full. That's what I thought a basket was for. But she always has had a problem with my basket being full. Just by coincidence, that day I had fully cleaned out my basket. Well, I left 3 papers in there, 3 papers. And she goes, your basket. I said, there's nothing wrong with my basket, because I knew there wasn't. She goes, bring me your basket. So I go out and I grab my basket. I'm pretty proud of myself, eh? Right? I'm gonna show her. And I put the basket down on her fucking desk with 3 papers in it. And she takes the 3 papers, goes through each paper. See? Do you see this? This should be in a file folder. You see this one? This should be with ICBC. And I said, what the fuck? You know my basket looks great. It's better than any other basket compared to any other member. Well, you've been having issues with your basket. Then she started talking about JJP hearings, because when I had 7 months, I didn't really know how to do a JJP hearing, obviously, right? Why am I, I need to calm down. It's like I'm back at it. And there's a point to my story, but I'm just blabbering on. Anyways, so we start talking about JJP hearings. I said, you don't know how to do a JJP hearing. You've never done one. What are you talking about? Like, why not teach me? If I didn't know, why didn't you teach me how to do a JJP hearing? This went on and on and on. And she always, I was the member on the watch that took the most files. For the first 3 years, at least, I took the most files. And she never once acknowledged that I had done that, because she didn't even know. She didn't even realize it. I remember going out all day. The rest of the watch would be in the detachment. And I'd go out all day and I would take files. And from 9 o'clock to like 3 o'clock, I come back to the office, I haven't eaten, and she'd always have a file for me. Clint, somebody came to the front counter. And I remember that. I remember once she said that. And I was ready to like just snap, okay? Clint, I got it. You don't have to get into it right away. You could leave it for tomorrow, the next day. It doesn't have to be dealt with right away. And I'm like, what is it? What's the file? It's an assault on a kid. The mom assaulted her 5-year-old kid. Okay, fuck me. Okay? Something to sink your teeth into, she said. I have 40 files. And she has something to... She didn't bother to ask any other member that was smarter than her, had more experience, because everybody did except me. I was the only person that the only person she was smarter than on the watch was me. And so she let me have it and gave me the file. I'm fucking overloaded. I'm fucking stressed out. I had to fucking interview that kid, arrest mom, interview witnesses. We all went to court. I gave evidence. Like, it was ridiculous. It was something to sink your teeth into. Yeah. What's my point? She started crying. Yeah, she started crying right in front of me. Okay? I guess my point is I went to her. I didn't go above her. We had a senior constable on that watch. Believe it or not, he had 20 years experience. He was a good guy. He went to management. I didn't ask him to. And bye-bye watch commander. She never worked another day after that as our watch commander. I don't feel good about that. I'm not sitting here saying I won. I'm just trying to explain something and my point I'll get to my point in a second. The funny thing is, I learned the most from her than any other boss. I learned what not to do. Yeah. What not to do. And I always thought, when I get a chance to sit in that chair, her chair, I know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do what you do. One block we're working. I'm close to 4 years in. I'm probably 4 years in. We needed a watch commander because we didn't have one. So they get a guy that a couple of years more experience than me to come to our watch and work overtime. I didn't like that. I felt it was insulting to me. So I go up to the staff sergeant after that happened. I said, you don't need to get Darren to come in here. I can be the acting watch commander. I can do it. Okay, Clint, it's a pretty tough job. Yeah, sure it is, right? Yeah, okay. Well, you might have to gain a little weight. Yeah, he said that, fucking asshole. Anyway, so I started being the acting watch commander. Guess what the first thing I did was when I sat in that chair? I extended everybody's diary dates. They didn't even ask. I just fucking extended them. In a heartbeat, a blink of an eye, I relieved. Do you know how much stress I relieved on the watch? Instantly. Instantly. I started concluding their files, their bullshit files that they had outstanding, and we just articulated why the files should be concluded. We knew they weren't going to go anywhere. People were going from 25 files down to 15 after a block of working with them. We'd go through the files together. Just easy shit, simple shit that you can do to make members' lives easier, better, less stress. One of the guys on the watch, Dave, I'm not going to get into detail about this because I feel like I'm still going to get in trouble. Like when I talk about this, I feel like I'm going to get in shit, even though I'm retired. Dave wanted me to tase him. Jaws, I'll let you tase me. If you conclude this file, I'll let you tase me. Anyways, we had a lot of fun on that watch. We did. And I had a lot of fun tasering Dave. And, yeah. So I go to Langley. Which was a mistake. I'm top dog in Duncan. Everything's going great. I go to Langley. There's 16 constables there. I'm just a number now. I actually became dumb when I left Langley. I was dumber than I was. Something like that. Okay, I became dumb. Langley. 4 corporals, 1 sergeant, 1 staff sergeant. Fucked. And they all stay in the office. They don't go on the road. They don't do anything. It's amazing, isn't it? How did that come out to be, right? Obviously, one day it was 1 corporal, 5 constables. The corporal complained, said I need another corporal, so they got another corporal. Those 2 complained. I need another corporal. They got 3. I need another corporal. I got 4. Then those 4 got together and said, we need another corporal. And they said, no, we're going to give you a sergeant. And they were like, oh, fuck, okay, now we got a boss. Then the sergeant's like, I need another sergeant. No, we're going to get you a boss. You need a staff sergeant. Overloaded, man, like insane. 16 constables, all those bosses. Nutty. And then one day a new corporal came in and he's supervising me. He was from ERT. Not putting down ERT, but I'm just kind of, I don't want to put down anybody. ERT is fucking awesome. He comes in, teaches the watch how to do burpees. God, I hope you're not watching right now. I know you are, though. I think you are. So I'll take it easy on you. Because I know you're a good person. Okay, I do. But one day I'm working. Sergeant calls me in from off the road. So I go off the road and I go up to his office. He goes, Clint, I need to talk to you about your diary dates. I'm like, what? They're all overdue. Now, I got experience. I got experience on this topic, right? And this is such a boring story, so I don't know why I'm sharing it with you. I said, what's the problem with my diary date? Show me. Let's go to my queue. He opened it. All my files were right in front of us on the computer. And I said, I'm not the problem. My new corporal's the problem. Well, how can you say that? I said, it's pretty obvious. Open up one of the files. I said, see that? He gives 7-day diary dates. 7 days. So when I start my shift on a Friday, by Tuesday morning, I only got like 3 days left. And then when I start my shift, when I come back after 4 days off, they're already expired. I don't want to sit here and, make as though that I'm great. And yeah, the story isn't like, I showed them. It's not where Clint showed them and how he showed them up. And that's not what I'm trying to do. I have a point. Point is, if you have a problem with somebody, tell them it to their face. Don't be a weasel. Don't go to their bosses. I had members come up to me a lot on my watch saying, I got a problem with so-and-so. He's not doing fuck all. He's not taking enough files. And I'd always say the same thing. What did he say when you told him that? Well, I didn't tell him that. We're cops, man. Don't be a fucking weasel and go to their boss. Go to the person you have a problem with. Can't you do that? That's how we did it in Duncan. Duncan was awesome. I talk about Duncan a lot. When I was out and about taking all these files and Dave wasn't, you better believe I talked to Dave about it. I'm like, hey, Dave, are you on strike tonight? Are you striking? You're not taking any fucking files. I'm out there. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. We'd work it out. That's what you do. You're a cop, man. Like, fuck. That's the first point. Bosses. When you start your shift, when you walk into that detachment, you should be thinking one thing. One thing should be on your mind, and it should be, how can I relieve the stress of my members today? What can I do to actually help the detachment? My members. What can I do? And then you can sit your bums in your chair, and why not just extend their fucking diary dates? Don't even tell them about it. Don't even let them know. They'll know pretty quick that you've extended all their diary dates. And not only that, why not just add a note? Add a note. I'm not saying we're all pussies, but you don't understand the stress that you can relieve on your members by doing that simple thing. Sit down, extend all their diary dates, and then leave a note on their file. Hey, Upshaw, I see you're working your ass off, or I see you're working hard. You're doing a good job. I've extended all your diary dates. P.S. Have a great weekend. I don't know. Where's my baby? I need to feed my baby. Fuck. Where's my baby? I can't find my baby. I thought my baby was in the patrol car, sitting right beside me. I got her, Bubba. Oh, that's a can of beer. Okay, yeah, I've lost it. I've flipped out. Bye-bye. I don't know.